Hey, how you doing? This is Craig Richardson with TCC Global. We're here today with the Houston Flood Homes Association. We are talking about some of the programs that we have available, programs we will have available for upcoming investors and even seasoned investors. Today with me, sharing the stage, is Miss Kelly Haney. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Good to see you finally.
Thank you. Yes.
That's good. That's good. We are here talking about some of the things it's going to take to become a good investor, some of the things it's going to take to understand how these different programs work.
Right.
What's some of the basic programs when you look at a new investor? Because we have some new investors, some seasoned investors, but I want to kind of focus a little bit on people just coming in, don't know anything about investing. What's some of the first things they need to look at as far as a credit and as far as the type of loan, if they just want to buy a house to fix it up and flip it? What's some of the basics in doing that?
Okay, so some of the basics would be, want to make sure that you're working with a realtor, of course, because you're going to need to make sure that you have, a good project in place, and also you want to make sure that you have your budget correct, and your ARVs, which is the after repair value, those comps. So you need at least 3 comps.
Okay. Now, when we say comps, they may not know what comps are.
Comps are comparables to the house that your project, and it's after you've repaired it, and so those are the comps that you want to have. So that it's important that your realtor provide you those comps. Okay, so like if a house is selling down the street sold for $120,000, and you got another house around the corner from that house that sold for $122,000, another house sold for $121,000. So you get the average between those 3 homes, and that's pretty much close to what the value of your house is going to be if it's the same square footage and same year built. That's right. That very similar to what you're doing. Yeah. So that's what the investor or the lender is going to be looking at. And then, of course, since this will be your first one, you pretty much want to do a no-doc type of loan. Okay. You want to get at least 3 projects under your belt before you start going with lenders that are going to require more. More assets in your bank, things like that. So if we can do like the first 3, a no-doc, then the money that you make off of those, you put those into the bank to the side. That's right. So when you start going full doc, you have that money already saved up. Exactly right. So you'll have some reserves. It'll be a little more seasoned. Things like that. Look more stable. So, and the banks will trust you a little bit more. They will, and you'll be able to have your payments covered too. That's important. Oh yeah. But also with the no doc, there is some beautiful things with that program because. You don't have to have, like, say, if you're using a gap funder, they do allow gap funding for that. And now, what's a gap funder? A gap funder is someone who helps you with your down payment and your closing costs, and also helps you with even some of your payments. Oh wow! Okay, okay, cool. So not all lenders allow you to have a gap funder, but there are some that do, and I know which ones those are. And that's important, and that's why Kelly's coming in to help us. Right now, I think we have about 70 people, investors, some new, some seasoned, that's coming on board to be a part of what we're getting ready to do. Because Houston has a lot of flood homes. Yes. And there, you mentioned a bank, one of the banks that they don't have a problem with flood homes. No, they don't. The ones that I work with do not have any problems with the flood. And that's some of the issues that I had in the beginning.
the rebirthing of this is because, you know, the homes, they would say that the homes would be worth a certain amount according to pre-flood pricing.
That's right.
So I'm going through the whole process on pre-flood appraisals just to come back at the end of everything. Oh no, it's not worth this amount because it was flooded.
Right.
Now it's only worth this amount.
Right.
But you know, so.
Well, let me just point one thing out on that though. So it's important to have, when we're looking at a flood home, is to have at least 3 comparables from the time before it flooded. Okay. Okay, for those type of homes. Okay. And then if you can get 3 after the flood, you know, after Harvey. Okay. So you're going to want to have like 6 comps in there so that they can see the pre and the post on that.
Make sure you get their money back.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you on that. So when we're looking at for the first time home buyer, for people who are not trying to invest, because we're working with everybody, what are some of the requirements for people who are not trying to invest? They want a house to live in.
Yeah, we can do those type of loans too. I am a licensed loan officer, so work with a bank, and we certainly have those first-time home buyer programs. Okay. We do have some down payment assistance on some of those too. Okay. So. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So for a person who's trying to buy for themselves, on the average credit score, what score are we looking for?
Well, honestly, so that you don't have a lot of extra conditions or requirements to a loan, you want to have at least a 640 mid score. Okay. That's just to make sure make it easy. Make it easy, because if your scores are lower than that, there's going to be some additional requirements, extra reserves usually for that.
So if their credit score is not at 640 and say like it's 580 or 570 or something like that, is that still possible?
Well, it'd have to be at least a 580 mid score, and you'd have to have at least 20% down for that type of loan.
And anything's possible. So we also have a credit repair department that we work with as well. So if your credit is not up to par, don't get discouraged. We can still work with you. We can still get you to a place where you can get to the home of your dreams. These are for people who want to buy to live in. But now we're going to talk about, for those again who want to invest. They want to make money off the flood homes in Houston, or just the homes in general in Houston that may be just a good deal. And we'll talk about a few of those in a second. Matter of fact, I'll talk about it now. There's one home that we have that's in the Remington Ranch. Okay, doesn't need any work done to it. It's a 5-bedroom, and you're seeing the pictures now. Doesn't need any work done to it. It has 2.5 bath. Over 3,200 square feet. They're asking $170 for this particular home. No work needed. The house is worth $200,000. So there's about $30,000 of equity in this home, but doesn't need any work. You follow me? So this would be a good home to live in if you know the house is not that old. I think it's built in 2005.
Okay.
So it's a good deal.
Yeah, very good deal.
So you have $30,000 in equity, no repairs needed. You can either flip it or you can just live in it. You know, I would say that's a house to live in.
Yeah,
you know,
I would say so.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to flip that one. It hadn't been flooded or anything like that. And then versus there's another house, an investment home that's in Kingwood. And this house, it's a 5-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,700 square feet. They're asking $140,000 for it, but it's worth $270.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so
that's a good flip.
Yeah, so that's a good house. It needs some work done to it. I think it had 6 inches of water. They've already done the sheetrock repairs to it. So all you do is come in, paint, and put new cabinets in. And you're good, you know. So, but that house, you have $90,000 after you purchased the home, and after you've did the repairs. And you got some other closing costs that's, of course, goes along with that.
Of course.
But other than that, that's a good deal. So again, you're seeing the pictures online of this particular home. So if you're interested in this home, let us know, because it's available. You know, both homes are available. So again, we are working on creating a movement where people can come in and they can learn some things about real estate. They can become an investor. They can learn how to learn what we know, so you can go out and teach it as well. So it's so many different avenues to take this particular education to help you and the community. So what would you suggest? Earlier we mentioned about no docs for the first-time home buyers or first-time home investors that they can come in, and how easy or how exactly does the no-doc work when they from start to finish?
Okay, so let me go over the process to that. So basically, you're going to find a home, of course. You're going to have like your budget and things like that together. You're going to already have these things together, right? So the process would be is I'm going to send you a checklist on the requirements that we need to have, and that would be the application. Now the application does not need to have like your income, your assets, or anything of that nature. Basically, it's just your contact info.
No doc.
Yeah, no doc. But if you have other real estate that you own, you want to make sure that you put that on there. Even if it's your primary residence, you want to put that on there.
And why is that?
Just because it just makes it look a little bit, have more asset. And it just looks better too, I think, to an investor. But also showing that you are a homeowner, and even if it's your primary residence, you have some skin in the game there.
Yeah, okay.
So just makes you look like a stronger borrower. And so the next thing you would want to have is, you have the budget. We want to make sure that looks really good and that your comps are there. You want to have pictures of the property, subject property, the front of it, the back of the house, inside of the house. Make sure you get like the kitchen, the bathrooms, the bedrooms, things of that nature. Also, it's very important, especially on the flood homes, is that you have you want to have the drywall or the sheetrock taken out of there. Okay, because if the sheetrock is not out of there, that house will not fly. It just won't, because it gets into the structure of the house, and then they have to demolish it. So you want to stay away from those. And then of course you need to create an LLC. Very, very important to have that.
So every investor needs to create an LLC, right?
Yeah, it's a business. It also protects the property, and also the lenders are going to require that you do have it under an entity name. So it can be a corporation, it can be an LLC, it just anything that, as long as it's not in your personal name. So and I can show you how to set that up, in the LLC if you need help. And so that would be the pictures, the budget, the comps, the ARV comps, after repair value comps. That's what they're going to look for, and then the application. And we don't need a credit report, don't need financials, and we don't need to have an appraisal. That's why your comps are so important.
And that makes things so much easier.
Oh yes. And we can close in 10 days. Within 10 days.
No appraisal says a whole lot.
No appraisal.
Because those normally cost about $400, $450 sometimes.
Yeah, they're going up to about $550 right now. And then some appraisers, if they're really booked, they could be a lot more, than that. So, and they could take a lot longer. And if you're on crunch time for your contract, you want to make sure you're under contract. That's really important. Before I submit the file to the lender, they want to know that you're serious. You're a serious investor. So that's why you need to work with the realtor that knows the area and that can help you with negotiating and things like that.
Well, cool. And that, again, that means a lot. You look at the no docs, not having to deal with having to buy appraisal. Like I said, they're going up. What about inspection?
Inspection, that's completely up to you.
So, but it's important to get inspection so you know.
I would say so.
What you're getting into. So you want to make sure that whatever house you find, that you hire inspection to make sure that the structure is good. Make sure that there's, again, no foundation issues, and those are the major issues. It's going to cost you the most money. Everything else is pretty much fixable, but you want to make sure that you have enough money to cover anything that may need to be done, so you can put it on the market and make money, right?
That's right.
So those are things that's important. So I just want to encourage everyone, if you are looking to get into investments, home investments, working with these flood homes or just homes in general in the Houston area or outside of Houston, let us know. You can call me at 832-894-1448, or you can see the link that's attached to this video. And we have Ms. Kelly Haney with us, and she's going to be working as the loan officer dealing with the homes that's coming through TCC Global. And we can partner up with some of you guys that may not have the reserves, may not have the money in the bank. We can partner with you guys and kind of go in as a joint venture in many of the cases that you might have, or the properties that you might have. So don't be afraid of, well, I don't have money in reserve. We got you. We're going to make sure that we can, until you can get on your own. The whole purpose is this. Let's partner together. Let's show you what needs to be done. And then after that, you can begin to function on your own as your own entity. So and we'll work on that as time goes along. You got any questions you want to ask?
What's the time limit per se on like a hard money loan?
Oh yeah, those are bridge loans. Okay, those are short-term loans.
Let's restate the question because he's not Mike.
Oh, okay.
The question that this young man asked was, what's the time limit for a hard money loan to get funded, right? Okay.
Yeah, the time frame for that would be 6 to 9 months. So depending on, well, actually I can do a year, okay, depending on which program we put you in.
Okay.
But these are short-term loans, so you're going to want to make sure that you have everything done within that period of time. Most people are in and out of these properties within 3 months, 3 to 4 months. They have them back on the market. So.
Yeah.
I was asking, like, how long would it take once you put in the application
to get funded?
Oh. Oh, to the application. Okay, so it takes about at least 24 to 48 hours to get feedback on the terms and all that. And it takes about within 10 days. We can close within 10 days because we don't require an appraisal on the no-doc loans.
Okay.
The ones that do require appraisal, sometimes we can still close in 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they ordered on a rush.
Okay. So one of the biggest issues in my past, as far as doing hard money loans, and I'm pretty sure any investor may have the same problem, would be the exit strategies.
Yeah, important to have an exit strategy for sure. A lot of these homes are fix and flips, so you're going to want to have it on the market with the realtor that maybe you've been working with.
Yeah.
Look at that time frame. So kind of have like a schedule too, of, with your contractor as how long it will take to get this completed. But almost all the people that I work with, they're in and out within 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's important to have a good, stable relationship with your contractor. Make sure that you have everything in time based. Okay, so the paint, how long is the paint going to take? How long is it going to take to put the floors in?
Yeah.
How long is it
basically a schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a schedule on a calendar.
And then having your realtor, who originally wrote the contract as a cash deal because it's hard money,
right,
to come back and rewrite a new contract to do the sale of property on HAR, how they're going to do it, and that way that person, that realtor, knows that particular property.
That's right. That's right. Not only that, you build that relationship with that person, and it just flows better when you work with someone that really understands what your needs are and understands the market and things like that.